If you're paying $20 to $50 a month on animated captions, I want you to open Premiere before you renew. Premiere does word-by-word captions natively now. It shipped in version 26.3, and the part that nobody's telling you is that getting them is the easy half. Making them look like yours instead of the default is where this actually gets interesting. And that's most of what we're doing today. Two things up front. I'm not gonna tell you that this replaces every tool you own, because it doesn't. And I'm gonna show you where it gets annoying, because it does. What you're getting today is a real workflow on a real timeline, start to finish, including the parts that aren't clean. When you have a third-party plugin, there's still another step that needs to be made. There's always a sequence handoff. Premiere's had this caption feature in its program before, but let's be honest, it hasn't really worked out the best way. Now, let's go to the actual workflow. As you can see here on the screen, I have some footage that I've recorded, and the captions have already been generated. So this is what it looks like. We're looking at it without any audio, so you can see where it is. And that's exactly where I put the captions, the font that I chose. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I arrived to this. I'm gonna show you real quick what it looks like as a vertical, because I have another sequence open. All right, let's listen to this one without audio as well. And now this one's vertical, so captions are actually in a different place, closer to the mouth, because that's where I like to place them. I'm gonna go to my setup. I'm gonna show you now how I got there. So we're gonna go into the text panel right here. And if it's not open for you in your program, then you could run up to the main menu or taskbar, go to window, and then you're gonna go down to text, and it's gonna be unchecked if you don't see it. So go ahead and check it, click on that, and it's gonna bring this box right here. Now, there's three different things, or three different options. There's transcript, captions, and graphics. So we're gonna go to transcript. This one has already been transcribed. Let's say yours didn't. What you would do is these three dots right here, click on those, and then it would say transcribe sequence. Click on that, and then you transcribe it, and then all this would pop up right here. After it transcribes, it's gonna generate that. The transcript is made. You could even export this if you wanted to. Go to export as a text file or CSV file. Now we're able to get the captions. So you could either go to the CC, create captions, or go to the captions right here, and it'll say create captions from transcript. And that's what we want to generate right now. And so we're gonna click that, create captions from transcript. All right, and now this prompt will pop up. It'll say create captions, and then it'll have a caption preset, subtitle default, the drop-down menu. That's if you have any actual presets that you've made before. If you save them, you would open them here. And if you click on the three little dots, it'll tell you that you can save current setting as preset, or import preset, or export current setting as a preset. We're gonna click this drop-down menu, Captioning Preferences, and then it'll say format, subtitle stream, style, layout. It'll have single line, double line, and now the newly rolled out feature, which is the single word. So if you wanted to do a single line or a double line, it'll give you the options of maximum length of characters, how many you want, minimum duration, a gap between captions, and remove punctuation. So I'm gonna actually click on remove punctuation, because personally I like it like that. And now what I'm gonna do is click on single word. So it'll just, every single word that I'm saying, it'll make a caption clip just for that on the track. Let's say I wanted to save this. I'll click on that, and I'll put export current settings as a preset, and I could save it to the downloads. For example, it'll say, I can name it caption brand packed. And for right now, I'll just put it in my downloads folder. Awesome, so now I save that as a preset, and now let's continue. We're gonna do a single word. Now we're gonna go to create captions. Click on that. Now what it did was it actually generated another track, which is a caption track above the video track. So you'll see right here on the left side of the screen, all the audio tracks, and then you'll see all the video tracks that I have. And then you'll see up here subtitle, and it'll be called C1, and it is the caption track that it's made. So as you can see on the screen right here, you'll see the default captions that it made. As you can see, they're right here in the bottom. Let's listen to them without audio, and that's one word at a time, which actually looks pretty cool. This is the default generation that the program has natively, and that's what it comes out to. Now, this is the first pass, and it's not perfect. So if we go ahead and look at the transcript, we'll see some words it may have skipped over, and some may not even be there. So let's listen to it with the audio to see what it sounds like.
And if you zoom out, this is exactly what it means. If you're a solo editor.
So you see a skipped if.
if you're a solo editor, this is the real leverage. The prep tax that you...
It's supposed to be the prep tax, T-A-X. It generated the prep text, T-X-T, like text on screen. So again, it's not perfect. This isn't the font that I want to use, but it's a beginning, and that's the first pass, the first step. Now, what I'm going to show you is how to make it yours. And I'm just going to move a couple of variables. So whether you're doing it for a brand or a client spec work, this is how you would make these captions your own. Default captions one more time. What they actually look like on brand. Go right here in the timeline. I'm going to highlight all these tracks, and if we zoom in, we can show you exactly what they are right here on the top. And then I'm going to go to the properties panel. You'll see this track style, which is this right here. Here is where you will have saved all the different styles that you've done for the caption, so that way you don't have to go ahead and tweak it, and if there's a style you really like, you can save it as a preset here across all the projects, and I'll show you how to do it. You just recall it and not build it from scratch every single time. Let's build it first, and then we'll save it. First, I'm going to change this to impact, which is my style, so program monitor. And what I like to do is click on the wrench, save margins. I want to actually move this up. So first I want to make it bigger because it's a bit small. So it's at 48. Let's move it to like a 70, and then align and transform. You'll see these bunch of squares in the zone. It's in the bottom, but I want it kind of like in the middle. And then from here, what I could do is this a horizontal position and a vertical position. What I want to do is bring this down to like right here, right below the mouth. And then here I can change the color, fill, stroke, background, shadow. And let's say the shadow, I want to add a little bit of outline on it. And then I kind of want to soften it up so it's not too harsh. Cool, and then you can double check to see what you did. See, we added that shadow. Take that off, so let's keep the shadow. Now let's say I want to do it yellow, more towards like orange. Let's do it like that. There we go. Let's see what it looks like. Nice. So we're listening to it without audio. It looks pretty good. Excellent. In the properties panel, track style, you'll see a plus sign. And then you'll say create style, and then you could just name it whatever you want to name it. Impact, for example, and then you save the project, or you can save to the local styles. And then what happens is if you go to this little 4 squares, open style browser, you can see all the different ones that you've made and read them like this, and it'll show you what font, what size, and how to use them, and which ones you want to use. Click on it, and then it'll just apply that automatically, and you're all set. You don't have to recreate it every single time you open up a project. This is the default styling right here. And this is what we made. A few tweaks, and we just made it our own. Fast speech. Sometimes when there's more than one person speaking and there's people overlapping in conversation, it'll tend to kind of misinterpret that and not get the correct words, and then kind of guess on its own, drift a little bit. Highlight everything one more time. Properties, and I'll click on this double T, which is all caps, and it'll click on that. Now everything is absolutely all caps. You can do manual styling. If you have a brand kit, you can go ahead and tweak it so you can have it for you and have it to your brand or whatever your client's brand is. Again, this doesn't replace a dedicated app for every use case. If I wanted to export it, there's a couple of different ways. So I'm going to go to the export, I'm going to captions, drop down menu, and I could do export options, create a sidecar file, or what I could do is burn the captions into the video, have that as an option. And then if I look again, now the preview, I see all the different captions on there, and I'm going to burn them into the video just like that. My recommendation is have them burned in, make sure that this is checked, and just export it just like that. I'm gonna finish off with this. The rule is super simple. Transcribe once, style once, and then reuse forever. Super easy to do. Again, go to Premiere, text panel, go to Transcribe, go to create captions, create the captions, and style it in the properties panel. You're all set. Make sure you use that margin so you can really know where you're putting it. You can do it for wide, or you can do it for vertical. That's pretty much it. You guys are awesome, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks.